Come on now.
As a pastor,
like
you shouldn't
that.
have no gun.
I'm a who?
Oh, my bad. You're not a pastor. What are you?
I'm a believer. I'm the apostle, the chief apostle.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report.
Yeah, I'm Church of Bob. I don't know what you talking about, Bob. You know what I'm saying? We finna jump into this today. This is ridiculous. I've been seeing too much ridiculous stuff going on around here, man.
Well, what's ridiculous?
A whole lot of ridiculous. And I'm the chief apostle for the Church of Bob, okay, which is the body of believers. I'm the chief apostle. Okay.
What you pouring in that cup?
This is my communion.
What's in that purple cup?
You know what
you two the labels off of there?
This is my libation and communion. Listen,
you two the labels off of there.
We're not finna start all
to
that
put
today.
some devil juice in
Get
there.
into this.
Nah, you two the label off of there to hold that drink up. Hold that drink up right there. You two the label off to put some devil juice in there.
This is my libation. This is my communion. I walk with God every day. Now let's get into this. Bob, now what you got going on, Bob? I've been seeing you, and I've been praying.
I need you to. You came to pray for me? Cause it keep on.
I've already been praying. Now I come to address you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
So you want to be just like them.
This is DooneyDaPriest, Dooney the Barber. Y'all know what
Dooney the street,
Dooney
the street. Oh man, Dooney the street priest.
But anyway, what is this? I've been wanting to address you on the things you told me. And I'm gonna say his name because I done mentored him a long time.
This nigga's crazy, y'all.
Duke Pharaoh. Okay?
Oh,
the
whoa,
hell you got going on with Duke Pharaoh,
man?
Whoa. You two. I done told y'all. Because I done told y'all two niggas, man. Leave me out of that.
Hey,
okay?
Listen, man.
No, for real.
You said the wrong name.
No. I said the right name.
No, you didn't. Let me get it right.
See, I can't be getting no call from him.
No.
I can't get no call from you.
Don't say his name on here no more. His name is Lucatero.
Well, that's what you call it.
Well, you can't say his name on here because he plays strike games.
Oh, he plays who?
Strike. He'll strike your channel.
He better not. If he strike your channel, you let me know.
You gonna know.
He ain't gonna do that.
Lucatero. We don't say his name.
Because he called me, asking me that he told me and asking me to call you because he want to get on your show and address the witch.
A witch? Yeah,
you and that witch, his witch. See, I don't have time to play them type of games, okay?
Hey, man.
No. He calls me and says that you've been around with that witch. And I told you, Bob, when I seen that witch, and I ain't got no problem with the witch. I ain't got no problem with her. She already know. I'm the priest, okay? But you was around with that witch, and shout out to Kunta Cuz. I had
whoa.
No,
wait, man.
Bob.
This is an ambush, man. What's wrong with you, man? Why you saying these people's name on here?
I shared with him. He got to be careful with that witch. And I told Duke the same thing.
This is crazy.
Okay? Yes. I told him. I said, listen, y'all got to be careful because Duke called me one day, okay, and said that he wanted to marry her. No. This is fact. So
hey,
he asked me to
ask,
and shout out to Bishop Eli. He said, can you call Bishop Eli?
Come on, somebody.
Can Bishop Eli marry them? So I called Bishop Eli, and Bishop Eli agreed to marry them. Now, about 2 weeks later, you know what I'm saying? He calls me. Well, actually, I called her because I'm looking for him because I tried to call him. His phone was off. He had a new number. So I tried to call. So I called her because he didn't introduce me to her. So I called her and said, hey, have you heard from Duke?
Who was her?
The witch.
What's her name?
You know her name. You had on your platform.
You should say her name then.
I can say her name?
Yeah.
Well, I'm cool with it. It's Bella. Okay, I'm just going to put the shit out there. Okay? But the witch.
Yeah, Bella, my dog. I don't know what you talking about.
She your dog. She a dog?
That's my partner. Yeah, I fuck with Bella.
Oh, I fuck with Bella. You know what I'm saying? From a distance. Okay? Which is, I met her.
Are you scared or something?
No. See, you got to understand who the priest is. See, my ancestors and I got an angelical presence around me. Any type of voodoo, a witch, any hex, try to.
You might be around a witch right now and don't know it.
Who? If I am, I ain't got no problem with witches. I love witches. Okay? But what I'm saying is, you got bewitched, Duke got bewitched, and Kunta got bewitched. And listen, and I need to find out something, because I know Duke.
You know, I got bewitched?
Yes, you got bewitched. Yes, you did. You got caught up into a whole lot of shit, and you got bewitched. So shout out to Bella, the witch. But like I said again, he called me and wanted me to get him married. So I said, okay, cool. I set the shit up. Now, I come to find out they done broke up.
That's crazy. About getting married.
Well, that's him, and that's how he felt about it. So he wanted to address you, and you wouldn't let him on the platform. And that's all I kept asking you.
Why would I let somebody on my platform that's in my Instagram DM cursing at me?
Because she addressed a situation that they was going through on your platform. No, so he wanted to,
that wasn't on my
platform.
Well,
that's what he said. And I seen a little bit.
He be lying, man.
Well, again, he wanted to talk to you, Bob. I think you need to reach out to him and talk to him. Now, again, I done prayed for y'all.
I'm not interested.
I'm the chief apostle at the body of believers.
He'll never be. We know, you know that.
And that curse is gone from y'all.
You know they say, right? You know they say the church accept everybody. You come as you are, right?
Yes.
He can't come.
Now why? Now how is that, Bob?
You can't let the devil in when you know it's the devil.
But you know what? That's karma on you, Bob. You got to deal with that. Okay, I'm just here to deliver.
I already dealt with it.
And do what?
You ambushed me. I didn't know you finna speak on these people.
Well, I told you I come to address some that's been going on that y'all been trying to put me in the blend and in the mix. Now, Bob, what is it?
Hold on. Before we even go there, I've only let you know about anything because you said you was mentoring this guy, and I said you're doing a terrible job.
Well, no, I have mentored.
Well, you ain't. It ain't work.
It worked. But he's a grown man at the end of the day.
How it work?
And he makes his own decisions. No, it's work because I don't mentor him. I'm just a spiritual advisor. I share certain things with him, and just like I share with a whole lot of people that I mentor. I mentor a lot of celebrities, but I ain't gonna put their names out there. But what I'm saying with him, I've shared some things with him. Whether he applied them in his life or not has shit to do with me. But at this moment, he's been released because my newest was 607 and now I got him. Me and him have toasted, and I have all those souls back. We just did some content about 2 weeks ago. So shout out to 607 but fuck 607
You just keep going. You keep saying a bunch of names. This nigga keep saying that. What are you here for?
What you mean when I'm here to address you, Bob? Because I'm the chief apostle of the body of believers, and you've been out here doing shit. And then I'm seeing you, and then I'm hearing your name all on other podcasts.
They won't stop
on these
saying
Texas
my name.
Bob, you are an example in the state of Texas. You have a platform, and you need to do right, Bob. So I have to come and talk to you. You have to do right. Mm-hmm.
What am I doing wrong if they saying my name? I ain't saying that.
Because you out here doing out of order. That's what they saying. You're doing out of order. You know what I'm saying? And the first was with that witch, okay? You had her on the show, and she said something about...
Now, granted, remember you talking about a guy.
Okay.
That's a 50-year-old clout chaser that's used... Hold on, let me finish. Hold on.
Okay.
That's only using... No, he ain't using me, but only posting and talking about people from Fort Worth. And he ain't even from Fort Worth. Now, I don't know about that,
Bob. You ain't been following him long. He been talking about everybody. That's why.
You don't know.
When he do talk about people, I tell him, I say,
you new to this, Duke? I mean,
no. I'm new to this.
Dooney, you new?
Channel.
No.
But I'm talking about him.
You're new to all of that.
Listen, I'm not here to talk about him the whole time. I just want to address that situation.
You already brought up
and you
names,
need to
man.
have him on your show so y'all can talk about that shit. And that witch.
Crazy. What's wrong with you?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to talk. I've been praying about it. God had cleared it up.
None of them are coming on my channel.
Well, why you want to have him on your channel? What is all that about, Bob? You can't. You got to have.
Why would I have
forgiveness?
No.
And you're not walking in forgiveness. That's all. We're gonna talk more. But anyway, we can move on to some other.
So hold on. Let me ask you this. So if you feel like,
okay, you just
if somebody knock at the door, right, and you look out the window, and you say it's the devil at the door.
Now, how you gonna call somebody?
You gonna open the door?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And let him come in?
Put a disclaimer
I'm just saying.
If
I look and see, that's the devil. Oh no.
So you calling him the devil?
Luke Otero? I wouldn't give him. That's too much. He ain't worth that. He ain't even that.
Okay, I'm gonna let you deal with that. Okay.
Yes, I already
All I'm saying is
he's done. You only know
let
why
me
brought
put a
this
disclaimer out there. I don't claim to be perfect. I don't claim to be more holy than anybody on it. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Okay. So Bob, Church of Bob, the body of believers, we don't have a heaven or hell to put anyone in. We just believe in that which is divine, which you cannot see, a hidden presence. So with that, I'm gonna let you deal with him. Okay? And you need to talk to him. That's all I'm saying.
not ever
And what is
talking to
this
him.
with the Texas media? What's going on with that?
I'm the biggest.
You know, shout out, that's what I'm saying.
I got on a platform on the West Coast, one on the East Coast, and one down south today, and all three of them had Bob reporting their mouth. Literally, Bob. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, you the man, Bob. Listen, along with all the other Texas
Only
media,
the strong survive.
you the man. I know you the man. That's why I had to come, and God told me to come. I got to correct you.
God didn't tell you to come.
Yes, he did.
No, he
That's
didn't.
why I'm here. So we're going to leave that alone. It's already manifested. You can't stop this shit. Okay? Now, let's talk about some shit going on in the body of believers now with the Catholic Church.
Well,
Okay?
hold on. Where was you at when these be on their line and talking about me? Where you be
Who
at
lying
then?
and talking about you, Bob?
Everybody,
I don't know
nigga.
who lying and talking about
Where
you.
you at when they doing that?
What are they lying about, Bob? Tell me.
Everything is
a
lie. The whole shit is a lie. But hold on. Where you at when they talking about me?
Well, I'm listening to what they saying, so I'm here
this
to
nigga
let
saying
you.
listen.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
don't think I know? I listen.
I'm listening, and they
Where you
saying,
at,
Bob, because you started everything, Bob. Everything. And shout out to OG Gumby.
Free
Gumby.
Hoover Gumby.
You know what I'm saying? Free Gumby. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this, Bob. You have to watch how you move because you have a powerful voice, and you my media guy for the Church of Bob. Okay, so this is the third eye, which is this media, and you got to be careful. You the man, Bob. God has given you a platform. God has given you a position. Okay, and we had this discussion before, but I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna deal with you on some other shit. But I want to deal with right now. I want to deal with the church, which is the Catholic Church, because I always got to come deal with the church, Catholic Church. And shout out to Pope Leo, you know what I'm saying, from Chi-Town, from Chicago, you know what I'm saying?
Black guy? The new
no,
Pope?
he's a white guy. He's the Pope now, the new Pope, okay? You know,
Have we ever had a black pope publicly?
we never had a black Pope. Okay,
So let me ask you this.
Hood Pope,
So-
not nobody from America.
All right, let's-
But
so
he's
listen,
the,
so-
hold
so
on.
why-
He's
why-
the first American Pope, though.
All right, cool. So why
And
do
shout out
those?
to the reason I'm shouting out to him because I'm gonna ask President Trump. You know, I want to go to the.
All right, hold on, man.
I
She's
want
going
to
too goddamn fast. Listen, man. Why do them?
Shout out to Pope Francis.
Why do those
too.
popes, when they get around certain black people, kiss their feet?
Well, the Pope.
Who are those people that they feet they kissing? Doing?
Who kissing some feet?
Them popes be kissing black men's feet.
Well, the Pope understand. They understand that.
I haven't seen Queen Elizabeth did it before she got up out
Well,
here.
they understand that the black woman and child, you know what I'm saying, is supposed to be Isis and Heru, or Isis and Horus, okay, or a Set and Heru. But we'll get into that later. That's what this unk is all about. You know what I'm saying? When you study the history of what a Pope is, okay, Pope is the vicar of Christ, which is the very representation of what Christ was when Christ was here on earth. And the Pope's supposed to be within the bloodline of Christ. But anyway, we have a Chicago Pope now. But shout out to Pope Francis. You know what I liked about Pope Francis? Can I tell you? Pope Francis said, I don't even want, and RIP to Pope Francis, because way. But Pope Francis says this, I don't want no money from the Catholic Church. Just if you pay me a salary, I'm going to give it to my family. I'm going to give it to the nonprofit organization. All I want y'all to do is pay for my flights, feed me every day, and anything I need, just pay for that. So shout out to Pope Francis. He the better example than a whole lot of these black churches.
Well,
Anyway.
what's the difference between a pope, a bishop, and a priest, and a pastor, and a reverend?
You know what the bishop? You know what
What's
it
the
is?
difference between all these titles, man?
Not a thing. Okay.
nothing.
Not a thing. You know what? You know what?
So
man,
if I start calling myself Pastor Bob,
you can call yourself whatever. It ain't a mother.
Reverend-
goddamn title, bro.
Reverend Bob.
It's just a title. That's all it is. Well, how do God see us? How do God see us? It's just human beings. We are beings having a human experience. That's all. The Pope put his pants on the same way I do. The bishop put his pants on the same way I do. The pastor, the teacher, any one of the fivefold ministries, okay? The teacher, the pastors, the evangelists, the prophets, and the apostles, okay? So I don't care nothing about
let me
no
ask you
title.
this: why is
But anyway.
well, you know when they be asking for all that money in them churches and they pull up in helicopters and Bentleys and Rolls Royces and all this stuff, like and the people are
What's
paying
wrong with
them.
the pastor having some Rolls Royces and horses and stuff? They can have horses and stuff.
Well,
They preach to the
listen,
people.
you got all that, but the people in your congregation that's watching you, they ain't poor.
Well, now, people in your congregation need something you need to take. They need to take care of that.
No more of that.
Do what?
No more of that.
I walk with God. This is communion. Okay? Now, if people in your congregation is hurting, then you need to take care of the people in your congregation, especially if they paying tithes.
They be like,
you know what I like about this?
We need to get 1,000 more. We need 10,000 more.
Now,
come on now,
like
somebody ain't paying us.
Because God don't do that. God don't do that.
They be doing it in them churches.
People should give as they bless. If you go to a particular body of believers and you worship at a sanctuary and you're blessed by that particular ministry, then whatever God lay on your heart to give, you should give, whether it be monetary or your time, whatever the case may be. But when pastors or preachers or anyone get up there and coerce the people out of giving and use scriptures to do it, shame on them. God, may God rain fire upon them. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's ain't right. And if you are collecting any type of tithes and offerings, like Malachi 3:10 says,
that's what they doing.
Then you should have meat in the storehouse when things go wrong. Now, one thing I can say, it's a pastor, a mega church on Oak Cliff, because I'm from Dallas, Oak Cliff, called Concord Baptist Church. Now, Pastor Carter, he's a pastor over there, and when the shutdown happened, and those that work for the government, he called his congregation up there, and he gave all them that was hurting at that time, that wasn't getting paid, he gave them all $2,000. Now, see, that was a good deed. I say that. You know, so not all.
He ain't doing them but give them their money back.
Do what?
He just gave them their money back. He gave just, hey, here you go.
Anyway, shout out to
That's what he did.
You know, shout out to all the mega churches in Oak Cliff.
Let me ask you this. DooneyDaPriest, why all the mega churches in Texas?
Because Texas got the biggest, all the most billionaires and everything. And once they started the faith-based initiative and they was giving all this money to these big churches, then we got 6 mega churches right there in Oak Cliff. Just in Oak Cliff. You know how many? Can I name them? I got Potter's House. You know what I'm saying? We got Concord Baptist Church. We got Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. We got
Ricky
we got
Rush.
Full Gospel. We got Abach, Ricky Rush.
That's my boy.
Oh yeah, we got all of them, and we got Friendship West. Shout out to my boy Pastor Freddie Haynes. Yeah, he's running for the District 30. You know, he getting into politics and shit. But listen, we got 6 mega churches right there in Oak Cliff. Oak Cliff should be saved in the.
And ain't no, hey, listen, is all them churches being there, is it serving a purpose?
Oak Cliff should be saved in the with all them mega churches.
I ain't never heard that
so
before.
Get at the street priest and we're going to tap in and we're going to really hit you. Because Jesus' ministry was 75% in the streets. Jesus didn't even with the synagogues, man. He walk up in that bitch, man, and they get to tripping. He would turn the tables over. Y'all tripping up in here.
So he wasn't inside the building.
Jesus was in the streets, man. He was out there coexisting with the people, healing the people, doing everything, ministering to the people, and goddamn it, feeding the people. He fed a whole multitude with like 3 fish or something like that. Y'all read this, y'all know the stories. But anyway.
A lot of people don't know the Bible, do
they don't know the Bible? Yeah, but read the Bible. The Bible is good. The Bible got good principles.
You got behind you? That's the Bible right
there.
Yeah,
that's the Bible. That's a King James Version. It's just a version. That means it's a copy of something.
So let me ask you this, Dooney.
Yeah. That's a copy
that book behind you.
Yeah.
What's your see the word I'm looking for? How do you feel about that book?
I feel great about that book. I believe that book has good truths in it. I believe that book has good universal truths that you can apply to your life, good parable stories that you can apply to your life to help navigate you through life. But the book itself, it has been tampered with too many. It's just a version. That's why it's a KJV version. It's a version.
So are they steady revising it? Is it being revised?
Yeah, they're going to keep on revising. Because man, that's what man does. But it's a version of something. So what we need to ask ourselves is, what is it a version of, and what is the original copy of it?
So why is the book of Enoch not in the Bible?
Because it's part of the Apocryphal. You know what I'm saying? To where a lot of those books in the Apocryphal is missing from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what the first Bible they gave us?
What?
After the Atlantic slave trade, because you said you were Indian. We're going to talk about that later. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They gave us a slave Bible. The slave Bible, they took a whole lot of shit out of there, and they kept a lot of stuff in there. We'll talk about slave activity. Okay? So you got to go past what you call the pre-Atlantic slave trade. Let's go past the 16th century. See, nobody wants to talk about that. All we want to talk about is what happened after the transatlantic slave trade, you know, when a lot of our ancestors were brought over here. And some people will say, well, my ancestors wasn't brought over here. A lot of them was already over here. Well, and if they was bought, they became enslaved or an enslaver. They told you to shut up. They took your language, your religion, and your God, and your culture. Because I know if we did have ancestors already over here, they wasn't speaking English. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. We'll talk about that later.
That was your explanation on why the book of Enoch is not in the Bible?
The book of Enoch not in the Bible because it was taken out just like everything else was taken out. Dead Sea Scroll, a whole lot was taken out. That's why I say it's a version. It's not the original copy.
What about the book of Mary Magdalene? That's not in there either.
It was taken out. It's part of the Apocrypha.
You know what they said?
Everything you talking about.
They took the Mary Magdalene part out because she was, you correct me if I'm wrong, a powerful woman that if people saw that and read that, they would understand that the equalness between a man and a woman, or the woman being even more powerful than the man, they didn't want that out. Yeah.
Well, that's if you come from a Eurocentric perspective. That shit didn't have nothing to do with
They really said she's God.
Mary, from the Catholic perspective, they worship Mary like a god. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
But here's the deal. But they took Mary out the Trinity. They replaced Mary with the Holy Ghost. Now, what is the original Trinity? Let's go back prior to the pre-Atlantic slave trade. Because the original Immaculate Conception, because Jesus Christ's story is an Immaculate Conception. That means Mary got pregnant without even having sex. Right. Joseph didn't even do nothing to her, right? Ain't that what the story say?
That's what they say.
So what is it was 16 crucifixions before that, okay? Before Christ was even thought of or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Curse of Grave, you can read a book called Curse of Grave, 16 crucifixions before Christ. But I'm just gonna go way back before then. You got to read the hieroglyphics in the walls of the pyramid when it talks about Osiris, okay? Which is the Greek name for Asor. It talks about Aset, which is the Greek name for Isis. Then it talks about Heru, which is the Greek name Horus. But I just told you the Kemetic name. Now, when you start reading the hieroglyphics and you start seeing these stories, you would understand that there was an Immaculate Conception, which is the original Trinity, folklore or story or allegorical story prior and way thousands of years before the story of Christ. So somebody copied somebody. And it wasn't a pyramid copying the Bible. Papacy wasn't even around by then. So you mean to tell me that the Bible only been around, 6,000 years? But the pyramid's been around over 10,000 years? Over 10,000 years.
Let me ask you this, brother.
Come on, man. We're going to stop talking about that shit.
No, I ain't through. We got one more.
Okay.
The book of Judas isn't in there either. See?
I just told you they took all these books out.
Hold on.
This is not even Kemetic name.
Hold on. Yes, it is. Judas, this is what they said, that the reason they took that out is because the story that was told us isn't how that went. Jesus made him do that and told him if he didn't do it, he would not save the people. So they took that book out because that's the true story of what. No, this is you can get on. You can go read this book.
Those are scrolls that man made up and found or whatever like that.
No.
These are not original texts. There was no such thing.
How you know what the original text is?
You know why? Because it was made up. These are just copies of copies of copies.
So why they take those books out?
They took them out so they can colonize the people that they would colonize.
Exactly.
For they can change the mindset and colonize the people and tell the people what they want to tell. The public or the masses of the people didn't even get copies of the Bible until the 16th century. When Martin Luther, not Martin Luther the King, not Martin Luther King Jr., who we know as the African American, that came and did his thing. We talking about Martin Luther, a German monk. He's the one that had a printing press. He's the one that went to the Catholic Church and told the Catholic Church, listen, there's some error in your thesis, in your theology. So we're going to go a different direction. And he stamped it on the doorstep of the Catholic Church. Now, guess what he did after that? Okay? He started a Protestant movement. You know what a Protestant movement is?
What's that, dude?
That's all these different churches we got around here. They're a part of. They are babies of the Protestant movement. I'm talking about Church of God in Christ. I'm talking about Baptist, Holiness, Pentecostal, Lutheran, non-denomination, whatever denomination you want to claim. If you are subscribing to this particular doctrine, which is the Bible, and the story of Jesus Christ, then you are a denomination. Jehovah's Witness, all of them, they are part of the Protestant movement. Okay? They are babies of the Catholic Church. That's why we started this out with the Catholic Church, because they are the very, very parent of our religions. And what is religion, Bob? Religions ain't nothing but institutions. That's all they are. They are institutions that controls the mind and the mind of the people on which that are in that diaspora or that area or that land. Okay? That's all religion is. So I'm a spiritual priest. Okay? Let's get this understood. I'm a spiritual priest because we all was born spirit, but we was taught religion. Now, people don't want to talk about this shit. All they want to do is just stick with the Jesus and Jesus and Jesus and Jesus. But I'm telling you now.
It's a little deeper than that, ain't it?
It's way deeper than that. Okay? But I'm telling you now, from Adam to Moses to Jeremiah, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, Malachi, Jesus Christ, Paul, Timothy, Mark, Luke, John, and Matthew. Can't find out now one of their graves. Now that's a shame.
Can't find none of their graves?
I ain't seen no grave, and I can't, it ain't no book, no nothing to subscribe it or show me where a grave is. I know where Martin Luther King grave is. I know where Malcolm X grave is. But I don't know where their graves are. So if I'm going to believe these allegorical stories, you're going to have to show me some proof. Because one thing my teachers have taught me, then when you have facts, damn it, you don't need a belief system. And all these religions are just belief systems. But are they good for certain people? Yes. Because some people need religion. Some people need some type of structure in their life. Because without structure, there's chaos. Now, Bob, let's get back to some other shit. You know what I like?
What's that?
What's that girl name that's in the media now? Scar.
Oh.
What the hell going on with Scar?
Glorilla.
Glorilla.
What you think about that?
Man, I know one thing. Glorilla fine in the bitch. That's what I do know. But anyway,
Hey,
but what's going on with her sister?
That,
What is that all about?
I don't know.
You know, she's saying that, she feel obligated. Now, I got to say this. Glorilla work for what all she got. She done got there. I didn't follow her story. I followed her a little bit from my peripheral. I've seen her start from the bottom to the top. You know what I'm saying? And what was that? Yo Gotti she shine with?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Yo Gotti. But listen, but also I gotta, I can feel Scar. And let me just say this to all my family members, okay? If I neglected you in any kind of way, I'm talking about my blood family. Shit, get at me, DM me. Y'all, hey, if you need $20, $30, I don't got a lot of money, but I can send you something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm on the Bible report, so I can get my weight up. But anyway, but listen, if I neglected you, I don't want you to pop out like that. Because I ain't Glorilla. I'm going to go off on your ass, okay? Because you didn't call me first. Call me first. Don't do this shit. But all I'm saying is,
so you don't think they tried to call? You don't think Glorilla tried to call her sister?
Huh?
You don't think she tried to call her?
I don't know. But that's shit they got to work out. So everybody all in their business and shit. But all I say is I f*** Scar. You know what I'm saying? I can feel Scar, but I also feel Glorilla. She done did her thing. But if you got 8, 9 siblings and cousins and all them shit, yeah, they gonna have their hands out. I got cousins, they had me for money. Hey, you doing good. I see you in the media. Give me $20, $30. I send it to them. If I got it, I send it to them. But I already reminded them I got grandbabies too. I can't give you everything. But I fuck with Scar and them, and I just hope they work that shit out. But anybody that come for Scar, one thing I like about her, she gonna air your ass out. And right now she ruining a whole lot of careers.
Who you think is out of Scar and Finesse 2 times? I'm going with Finesse.
You going with Finesse? I go with Finesse. Finesse, he done been through some shit. Scar is not a rapper, first of all. So Finesse, he can always get on that wax and just say some shit too, as well as take advantage of the podcast movement or take advantage of the internet, going live and shit like that. All she have is an opinion or and things like that. But she making some moves. She making some money. Paying her. So shout out to Scar and shout out to Finesse 2 times. Y'all know the fuck going on.
What you think about this quarrel that 50 Cent and T.I. have going on right now?
Shit, that's an old quarrel. Them OGs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 50 Cent and T.I.
Whoa. I just sit up here and say it.
This some OGs.
Why you keep doing that? Why you take the label off of that?
Man.
Why you take the label off of that bottle, man?
Hey, you know what the going on. This is communion, and I'm me and God talking. God talking through me. He using me as an oracle. But T.I. and 50 Cent, shout out to T.I. and 50 Cent. I want to do a song with both of them. But they got to get they together. And whatever they got going on, that's some internal that's been going on for a long time. 50 just did it. So him and Diddy had some going on. So man, that's some above my level, pay grade level. And that's above some starship level. You know, them niggas been stars for a long ass time. So shit, they'll work that shit out. Don't let nobody get hurt there, work that shit out. I love to sit down with both of them and talk. The priest would love to sit down and we would try to resolve some shit. But they some grown ass men.
Do you know who Ja Rule is?
Yeah, I know.
Him and 50 Cent been beefing for 25 years.
Yeah, nobody got hurt.
Yeah, they have. People have ain't been in prison. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Dooney, where the you been? Listen.
I know 50 Cent got shot, but you know,
where you think it came from?
That wasn't because of, you know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Like
Rest
I said,
in peace, Irv Gotti.
They'll work it out. There's been some games.
Ja Rule and just got caught on a plane with Tony Yayo and I forgot Uncle Murder, and they was about to have a fight on the plane.
About
this
what?
just happened. 50 Cent, what you mean?
About 50 Cent?
That's some old Queens, Jamaica Queens.
That's what I'm saying.
City
That's some Queens Jamaica shit in the East. You know, we got going on right here in Texas, Bob. You got to deal with.
All right,
you
listen,
know what I'm
man. I got to deal
with. Hey man, we got Texas media, all these Texas media down here. We got everybody.
I'm in everybody's mouth. I'm finna turn to 50 Cent. Listen, they told me to leave these dudes alone. They said, man, leave them alone, man. That's why I kind of just been tiptoeing how I'm taking their ass out.
I got shot at the CEO. I got not. So yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Well, yeah. Don't get put out.
Yeah, don't put. Well, listen. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to CEO. But Charge, C-Dub. You know they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. C-Dub. You can't be earning my Texas like that, man. Now I let him make it. He owed me $1,500, and I told him he didn't owe me no more money when I cut his hair. He got his ass up and walked out when I was halfway through with his hair. You know what I'm talking about, C-Dub. You know, fuck the money.
Why are you charging somebody $1,500 for a haircut?
Well, I charged $3,000 for a haircut, but he only got half a haircut.
You got your clippers with you?
No, I don't got my clippers with me. You got to get me a set appointment for me to bring my clippers. Shout out to the barber gang, red, white, blue. You know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but he get on there, he wants to talk down on Texas. That's cool, man. You got all these podcasts and all these people to help you from Real Life Street Stars, from Say Cheese, and you know what I'm saying, from all these cats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bob Report. That just shows you some love, and you just gonna get up there and run your ass to Florida and just talk down on Texas. We Texas born, Texas raised. We don't do no bullshit like that. What's going on? What's wrong with you? Anyway.
Yeah,
shit.
Listen, man. I ain't seen you in probably about a few weeks, but
I've been in hibernation.
I've
been in hibernation.
Get worse and worse every time.
I went celibate for a minute from all my wives. I don't want right now because I need to clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? Cause pussy is power. Okay? Yeah, pussy is power. And you know I'm a priest. I'm a street priest. Okay? But I like pussy. Y'all know that. Okay? Legal pussy, grown pussy. Okay? Because the priest that preaches in the diocese, they can't have pussy. You didn't know that, did you? And the Pope can't have pussy. So shout out to the Pope, but I like pussy. So I can't be one of them. But anyway. And somebody asked me about the Ethiopian Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what you know about the Ethiopian Bible?
You got to go back to the Coptic Church. You know what I'm saying? In the land of Africa, okay? In Ethiopia. And Ethiopia is the parent of Kemet. It's the parent of Sudan. You know what I'm saying? So Ethiopia, if you're going to do any type of Bible study or anything or in the Bible text, it's going to come from Ethiopia first. But anyway, even that was through colonization. That was through conquerorship of the Caucasians, of the Europeans. You know what I'm saying? But the ancient Africans didn't have no Bible. They had what you call 42 admonitions of Ma'at. Okay?
42 what?
Admonitions of Ma'at. And 10 of those admonitions, you can just look at the 10 Commandments, and they look very familiar with 10 of the 42 admonitions of Ma'at. You got to go study this shit, because last time I was on here, you were talking about you were Indian. Talking about you had some Cherokee in your blood and shit.
That's a fact. 100%.
Okay, it's a fact?
Yeah.
Okay, so your ancestors probably migrated with the Indians when they was brought over here or they was already over here. That what you're saying?
So everybody didn't migrate and fool around with the Africans everybody didn't combine like that.
So how did
you have copper skin also, you might be Indian. You might not, you think you African though.
Who think I'm African?
What are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm a human being. Okay, I love all
so
people.
you don't know what
but
the-
one thing I do know is this: that a lot of the European stuff that was taught to the Europeans and come from the Europeans is European shit. So I had to go past the European shit and find out who the fuck I am. Now, when it comes to the Indians, I can't claim about no Indian because I don't have no claims to the reservation. And you don't either, Bob. You
It
blacker
doesn't
than
have
everything.
anything to do with the
You
reservations.
blacker than your hair.
It doesn't have anything to do with the reservations, though.
What,
Dooney.
if you're going to claim Indian,
If we
you
were
better
here
claim
first,
something.
we're indigenous to this land.
But you don't get nothing, Bob.
Not those. Not that. Not what you talking about.
What kind of Indians are those?
We don't
Those
get it
different type of Indians?
because they de-identified us from all what we are.
So they just took that from you too.
You know they took that.
your
They took it from
language,
you too.
They took your culture, and
They took it from
your
you
God.
too. They took it from all of us.
So what kind of God did we have then?
The type of God we had?
Yeah, we didn't have Jesus.
It ain't in that book you got?
No,
Or is
this
it
book
in the-
right here,
is it in the
this
Kemetic?
just reminds me of what I was taught.
So that
This
ump
is
right
school
there
of
that you
thought.
got next to you and that one on your neck don't got nothing to do with that Bible. Do you know that?
Yeah, it says do.
No, it don't.
Because the Bible have copyrighted a
From
whole
where?
lot of stuff
From where?
Kemet,
All right then.
from the pyramid
Okay.
text.
All right.
Now, when it comes to the Indians, we have no history. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Indian. And when the Indians sit down and talk about their history, they're not talking about you, Bob.
Those people aren't real Indians.
Oh, okay. So they're
So they're not going to talk about me.
Okay, so you just gonna take
So
the name.
no, listen.
You they Native Americans
listen,
or
I'm
the
pretty
Indians,
sure
Bob?
you
I
can
don't know
attest to
what
this too.
you're
Hold
talking
on,
about.
listen. You older than me, brother Dooney. So I'm pretty sure when your great grandmother told you that,
Yeah,
baby,
she supposed to be mixed with some Indians.
Yeah, we not that. We not no Negro. We Indian, baby. You thought them? We thought they were just talking.
Oh, okay.
But you know she wasn't. Now.
Mm-hmm. Now if you talking about India from the West, stuff like that,
Nah,
then
man,
maybe.
niggas
But
lost
nah, all
man.
this
I ain't
other
talking about
stuff man,
goddamn
about
Indian.
Indians,
How
you
you
need to cut
feel?
that Native Americans. Are you talking about Native Americans or you talking about Indians?
Why you think my hair grow like this?
Your hair color is ether. Nigga, you black. You okay? Stop tripping, Bob. We're not finna do this on here. Okay, you
It's
black.
too late. You
melanated.
done said so much
You need to
stuff.
stop there. You got a whole lot of melanin in you and all that. You're a melanated person. You can take your ass out there and stand in the sun for a whole hour and it don't give you skin
You will
cancer.
see the red tones in my skin.
But you got melanin in you. You can fight.
Oh,
shit.
I got all the
you,
melanin.
You can get close to the sun. There ain't too
All
many
the
people
time.
get close to the sun.
I sun gaze often.
I know that. You're supposed to. It's healthy for us when we get in the sun. But what I'm saying to you, Bob, you need to stop that shit thinking you from the mountains. You need to stop thinking you from the Caucasian mountain because you're not.
No, I don't think I'm from there. I'm from America.
Okay, well, let's claim America. Okay?
Yeah,
and shout out to
everybody
America.
not
This is
from
the
Africa.
greatest country ever to live in. I'm going to say that shit right off the top. Now, is it good for me to learn my heritage? Yeah, I learned about the pyramids. I know, because it's a wonder of the world. And it's something that they still wondering about. And how the hell we build them. Okay? So I'd rather claim that heritage than a heritage that I'm unfamiliar with, that don't claim me. So you need to stop that shit, Bob.
So you think that you want to claim, you don't know about no African heritage. You never been to Africa.
Let me tell you something.
You don't know nobody.
I ain't never been to
what,
Africa.
On Africans, you
But
know
what
the
I'm
ones who
saying
people
is
hair you
the
cut.
information that I
Hold
get
on,
from
you only
Africa-
Africans, you know the people ones hair you cut.
Yeah.
All
I
them
got a
Africans
lot
in
of
Dallas, you don't
But
know,
here's the
you
deal.
never been there.
You know what I know? I know it makes sense to me. It make more sense to me about my
You
about
don't
African
even
heritage.
look like them.
Who don't look like them? Well, if they drop my ass off in Africa right now, I look like them.
Nobody's
Only
gonna
reason
think
they
that you
gonna know
there.
that I'm not from Africa is when I open my goddamn mouth and they gonna know I'm from
No,
America.
they'll know your bone structure's not
You
even.
know, you
that
look
of
like
a-
somebody from Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. You look like them too.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, yeah, I from Puerto Rico.
I ain't never heard that, but that's actually is an American state.
Okay. Well, you know,
But
it is what it is.
this matter of fact, this too much. I'm about to end this.
Yeah, we don't got to end it, but hold
Oh,
on. I got one more thing before
What you
we
got,
end.
man? Cause you
What is that we got to talk about? I got to deal with you on all this going on in Texas. You are the man, one more time. You are the man in Texas, Bob. And you got to cut that shit out what you're doing. Okay? Don't let the devil use you. Use the power that you have for the good. That's all I'm saying. Because if you don't, and I see you on here, and people be going off on you again, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to air your ass out. Okay? So get your shit together.
So hold on. When people talk about me, you want to come air me out?
Because if you're doing something you don't need to
I'm
be
not
doing.
doing nothing.
You sure?
What do you mean?
Because I've been hearing some shit.
What could I do to these bad people?
Okay? I'm just saying. Okay, well,
No, I'm asking you. We on.
That's
you
why
wanna,
I came to you.
hold
I
on,
want to hear
hold
from
on.
the horse's
You want
mouth.
to talk about
You
it on
said you
camera?
ain't-
So tell me what I'm doing to these people.
Well, Bob, it's a whole lot of stuff that I've heard.
Well, come on.
Just
come on.
in the media.
No, come on.
They're saying you've been out here lying, you've been out here telling untruths.
About what?
Just a whole lot of stuff.
Come on, I need to. You can't do that. It's like,
What you mean I can't do that?
Let me tell you, give you a prayer example. If you be like, hey, Bob, don't fool with Bishop Eli. I'm be like, okay, all right, Dooney.
Shout out to Bishop Eli.
But then I'll be like, well, why? What I need to look out for him for? Why don't? And if you can't tell me, you just a hater. You gotta be able to tell me what I need to look out for. Or I can't.
Why all these people upset with you, Bob?
Because I'm at the top. My energy level high, you're gonna get the good and the bad. What do you mean? So it's supposed to happen. It happens to everybody. They talked about Jesus. It's over with.
You are now tuned into the Bob Report.